Dear Tasia, ICOM NPR is now talking about visitor journey. And I think this conference could not take place without you. You are the CEO of Museum Hack. It's wonderful to talk to you. Thank you very much for being with us.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Tasia. I'm the CEO of Museum Hack. I'm so sorry to not be with you in person there today. If you do have any requests or anything we can help you with at your museum, we would be happy to meet with you complimentary and teach some of our techniques. So feel free to reach out to me at tasia@museumhack.com. That's TASIA@museumhack.com. I can see how you would think that. And I would say to some small degree, however, I would like to think most people, although there are some reasons to have some moral objections to how collections are gathered, most people do not have a moral objection to museums. So more so, it's like taking people that are sports lovers, that are more interested in going to some other entertainment feature, Netflix, sports, maybe riding a bike outside, and bringing them into the museum space when they don't think it's something they want to be. Yes, we do. So the number one reason people book our tours is because they do feel a want and a need to understand more about the artifacts, about the history, about the culture of the museums. However, they are struggling to find interest and excitement there. So they book with us because they want to be there. However, they need some extra help to get excited about it, to be able to understand the pieces. And that is exactly what we do. We structure our tours to be entertainment first. So they're coming for a grand time to laugh, to joke, to learn something along the way. But the primary reason is to have fun. So the first thing that we do on our museum tours is to control the group. So our tour guides are actors, comedians, entertainers, and they've spent hours researching their favorite pieces in the artwork and put some funky spins on them. And then we keep our group sizes to about 8 participants or less. So it is very intimate coming on a Museum Hack tour with us. There's no way that you can pull up your cell phone and just hide in the back. We make everyone have eye contact and stand in a circle together. And then we'll take you on a fast-paced tour around the museum where we typically have only 8 to 10 objects that we will show. And we'll find the hidden, wild, secret, wacky stories behind the pieces that people don't typically know about. So it combines stories as well as some games to get participants to look at the art in a different way that they're not typically used to doing. We have a number of tricks to just mix up the way participants interact with the artwork. So one is telling stories about the artwork and specifically finding items about that story that would be really interesting to the participants. So as I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of people that would rather be at home watching Netflix, maybe watching a Marvel movie. So when they come to the museum with us, we find out some about their interests, and we specifically find the pieces in the museum that might be interesting to them. So for example, finding a relic that might be very close to thinking about some superhero powers related to those Marvel movies. So that's one way of looking at the content. The second way is playing games and activities. So one of my favorite activities is a scavenger hunt. And most scavenger hunts are designed in a way where you have to find a very specific object. They can be very challenging and very hard. We've designed our scavenger hunts to be much more subjective. So for example, it might be go into a gallery with a whole lot of portraits and find which portrait you think is the best, most awkward family photo. So then they'd snap a picture of that. They'd find something that is just more connecting to them personally based on their opinion, and they'd be able to bring those photos back. And then each member of the group would have a different photo of something that related or stood out to them, and they can share it with each other. Our business model has changed a lot over the years and has a number of different areas. So currently, we're doing all of our events virtually. And our largest sector is actually corporate team building. So working with Amazon, Google, BMW, a lot of corporations that are looking for employee engagement. We did have, of course, a huge sector of private tours, as well as public tours that we offered within the museum that are sadly on hold right now still because of COVID. But previously, while our public tours started as a revenue generating initiative, in the later years, they've changed more to a marketing initiative. We see them more of just becoming accessible to the public, bringing people on tour and learning about us more, where our corporate team building is the largest revenue source. And then we, of course, love museum consulting because we get to visit museums all around the world and kind of teach some of our methods and share so that we can help inspire museums to bring in even more people that are already interested. Currently, our business model with coronavirus is all virtual. And one of the things with it, we've designed brand new products that we could do virtually. We decided we did not want to take our standard museum tour that we were offering in person and make a remote virtual version of it. We tried, it was not successful. It was not very fun on our end or our participants' side. So we decided to completely rework that model. So essentially what we have now for our product offerings, we've designed some scavenger hunts, as well as murder mysteries and game designs, where you can learn about some of the amazing art pieces, about some of the history, and we weave it into either trivia questions or small activities. So essentially, we've started from scratch from designing a brand new virtual experience, forgetting everything we knew about in person, because the virtual world is very different and needs its own set of rules of design. Time will tell exactly what comes of the future and what a museum programming will look like. I imagine it will be some combination. Zoom and different virtual platforms have opened up such a wide range to be able to experience just information, lecture series, or art pieces digitally, as well as be able to connect with people all around the world, like us right now. So I think the virtual is going to stay, and it will probably continue to tweak and adapt so it fits, just finds its rhythm and finds its mold. I absolutely think that the virtual is going to continue along with bringing back the in-person. And with it, the in-person and the virtual, I think, have one common thread that we're seeing more and more with tourist requests and just visitor experience requests, which is individuals want to be part of the experience. They want to be able to share their opinions. They want to be able to talk one-on-one. They want it to feel like an authentic connection between either the lecturer, the presenter, and themselves. And that is what we are aiming to push. I would probably say that funding would not be an issue, because I really believe if we are able to take care of the staff members and make sure everyone has a very healthy, livable wage, might not be an issue so much in Germany. In the US, it is very challenging. So with it, if the staff members are taken care of and there's no worry about budget, I think the staff would have a lot more flexibility and freedom and just safety and security to create some wildly amazing programs without feeling the weight of the constraints of budgets, of finances. So my wish would be that the financial pressure would be taken away, that the staff would be able to do their jobs to their wildest dreams and expectations.
Bye-bye, Tasia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Cool. Very good. And very slowly this time.
I tried.
Oh.